but can be a little bit streaky.
Right, I would agree that Canada is probably the favorite coming into this, and talking with some of the personnel before coming down.
Can be a little bit streaky.
Right, I would agree that Canada is probably the favorite coming into this, and talking with some of the personnel before coming down here in their front office when they were assembling this team. One of the things they were looking to upgrade here in their front office when they were assembling this team, one of the things they were looking to upgrade was their pace of play. So it'll be interesting to see if that comes to fruition today. We should probably see that. Cuba, on the other hand, you know, there was their pace of play. So it'll be interesting to see if that comes to fruition today. We should probably see that. Cuba, on the other hand, you know, they're going to come at you. They're going to play hard. I saw a little bit of them in last month's Centro Basket. I saw a little bit of them in last month's Centro Basket Championship. So we'll see another entertaining game.
Canada ranked number 6 in the world. Cuba ranked 14th.
So we'll see another entertaining game.
Canada ranked number 6 in the world. Cuba ranked 14th. Both teams missing some key personnel. Cuba missing Yamara Amargo. Both teams missing some key personnel. Cuba missing Yamara Amargo. She led the 2015 FIBA Americas Championships in scoring at 15.7 points per game. Canada is missing. She led the 2015 FIBA Americas Championships in scoring at 15.7 points per game. Canada is missing veteran Tamara Tatum. She was on the All 2015 tournament team, but she was on the All 2015 tournament team, but Canada picked up Ruth Hamblin in the meantime. As you get a look at Team Canada, coached by Lisa Tomaitis. Picked up Ruth Hamblin in the meantime. As you get a look at Team Canada, coached by Lisa Tomaitis. And now the introductions of the team from Cuba. And now the introductions of the team from Cuba. Their head coach, Alberto Zabala. And they've got some players. Their head coach, Alberto Zabala. And they've got some players that have some experience at the international level. Francie Ochoa, Anitas Casanova, and his lady experience at the international level. Francie Ochoa, Anitas Casanova, and his lady Galindo, Marlon Cepeda, and Ladies Okendo. We've all seen them in significant. Marlon Cepeda and Ladies Okendo. We've all seen them in significant tournament play the last couple of years. And so I don't think Cuba is going to have any fear of Canada.
No, it doesn't look like it. But come into play.
Tomorrow, Cuba takes on Paraguay to open play at 1:35. Tournament play the last couple of years. And so I don't think Cuba is going to have any fear of Canada.
No, it doesn't look like it. But come into play.
Canada, meanwhile, has the nightcap. They've got a tough assignment in Puerto Rico at 9:05. The two middle games tomorrow, Venezuela and Virgin Islands at 4:05 local time, which is an hour ahead of U.S. Tomorrow, Cuba takes on Paraguay to open play at 1:35. Canada, meanwhile, has the nightcap. They've got a tough assignment in Puerto Rico at 9:05. The two middle games tomorrow, Venezuela and Virgin Islands at 4:05 local time, which is an hour ahead of U.S. Eastern Time. And then at 6:35, Colombia and Brazil. Those are all coming up tomorrow. We still got some business to take care of here tonight. First, the anthems, Eastern Time. And then at 6:35, Colombia and Brazil. Those are all coming up tomorrow. We still got some business to take care of here tonight. First, the anthems. Now, Team Canada. Now, Team Canada. Team Canada enjoying. Ladies on Team Canada enjoying singing "Oh Canada." And now the national anthem for the home team in this game, Cuba, singing "Oh Canada." And now the national anthem for the home team in this game, Cuba. And now the moment of silence for the passing of Tuto Marchand.
El aplauso para el himno de Cuba. Y antes del saludo de las jugadoras, vamos a pedir un minuto de silencio.
And now the moment of silence for the passing of Tuto Marchand.
Ahora sí, el aplauso y se saludan los equipos.
The FIBA. With a tragic loss yesterday, the death of Tuto Marchand, former, well, he just about did it all for FIBA Americas and FIBA in general. Just an absolute the FIBA Americas family with a tragic loss yesterday, the death of Tuto Marchand, former, well, he just about did it all for FIBA Americas and FIBA in general. Just an absolute legend in the sport. Passed away yesterday at the age of 82. Legend in the sport. Passed away yesterday at the age of 82. Once again, good evening and welcome to Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires, Argentina for the Once again, good evening and welcome to Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires, Argentina for the 2017 FIBA AmeriCup Championship for women. There you get a look at the 2017 FIBA AmeriCup Championship for women. There you get a look at the referees for this contest. Leandro Lezcano of Argentina, Felipe Ibarra of Chile, and Andrea Silva of referees for this contest. Leandro Lezcano of Argentina, Felipe Ibarra of Chile, and Andrea Silva of Brazil. The FIBA commissioner for this game, Patricio Vazquez from Chile. There's a look at this game, Patricio Vazquez from Chile. There's a look at the full Team Canada roster, led of course by Kia Nurse. She was the 2015 Most Valuable Player of the FIBA Americas Championship Tournament. Roster, led of course by Kia Nurse. She was the 2015 Most Valuable Player of the FIBA Americas Championship Tournament. She scored 20 points in the final against Cuba, a game which Team Canada, of course, won by the score of 82-66. As we look at the starters for Canada, Maya Marie Langlois, Kia Nurse, Miranda Aim, Nira Fields, and Ruth Hamlin. Once again, Canada coached by Lisa Tomaitis. And here's a look at Alberto Zabala's team. Both teams significantly different from what they had in 2015, as you would expect. Lots of turnover on the national team. And the starters for Cuba, Francie Ochoa, Anitas Casanova, Anis Lady Galindo, Marlon Cepeda, and Lady Oquendo. And there's a good look at Lisa Tomaitis. Canada won gold on its home court in 2015 in Edmonton. Cuba won silver. A big hello to all the folks in Edmonton and around Canada listening to our English language broadcast. Let's check in with Alberto Zabala. And now Lisa Tomaitis. Well, we didn't get much from Lisa there, but that's okay.
Well, we heard 5 out and drag screen.
Of course you would pick that up. Coach Mark Anderson. Yeah, the Canadians in Edmonton just put on a wonderful, wonderful tournament, and it's been great so far here in Buenos Aires. I just fell in love with the city of Edmonton and all the folks there. They were just tremendous. Basketball Alberta. Sir Paul. Paul, sir, big hello if you're listening. Michelle O'Keefe, I'm not sure if she's here. I haven't seen her. She's the CEO of Canada Basketball. I know she's on the FIBA America Board of Directors in some capacity. I can't remember which. But hello. Ruth Hamblin to jump against Marlon Cepeda. Hamblin wins the tip, and we are underway. It's Team Canada versus Cuba in a rematch of the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship. Nurse, the Yukon standout, scoops with the right hand up and in.
Utilized that screen by Hamblin. Perfect.
Here comes Okendo. She's picked up by Nurse, and now Casanova to her right.
Casanova's a solid point guard.
Galindo driving left side. She was bodied by Maya Marie Langlois the whole way, and now the drive and a travel.
And go with a little pressure here.
Langlois bringing it up. She was second in assists in the 2015 FIBA Americas term and averaged 6.7 assists per game. Hamblin kicks it out, 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded by Langlois. Looking for
nice pass.
Hamblin again. Yeah, tough pass, and Hamblin gets the shot to go.
Craig, that's one thing that's hard to teach is that entry pass over a defender to the bigs.
No, you can't really teach touch. You know,
No,
I mean, you
that's
either
what
got
it
it or
is.
you don't. Hamblin got a piece of that one. It's like trying to teach soft hands to a football player or an infielder or something along those lines.
Exactly.
You can practice, practice, practice. Reminds me of the old tennis player Yvonne Lendl. Great as he was, he could not win on grass. Casanova into the front court. There's Okendo. Back to Casanova between the rings, trying to shake Naira Fields. Now the outside jumper by Cepeda is short. Here comes Langlois. Pulls up at the free throw line, now kicks it out to Nurse. 3 on the way. No good.
Oh, kept it alive.
Yeah, Miranda Ayin tipped it, and Cuba comes away with it.
Looking to push. Casanova will do that.
4-0 Canada, just inside the 8-minute mark. High off the glass and good. Pretty shot there by Anitas Casanova.
Yes, she'll look to push the ball all game.
Naira Fields now on the right side, tries to get it to Kia Nurse, and Nurse zigged a little too far back. She says, my fault. Here comes Casanova. 28 years old, plays professionally right here in this building for Obras in Argentina. Another turnover for Cuba. Ruth Hamblin being made to tuck her jersey back in.
Gonna run the offense through her. Pass and follow with that on for the screen.
Oh, beautiful set there. A little two-man game between Maya Marie Langlois and Ruth Hamblin. Hamblin is going to be a very tough assignment for any team in this tournament. 6-6 as she pulls down the rebound there. Fields. A little scoop layup, and that's good.
Trying to keep the ball out of Casanova's hand.
Langlois whistled for the foul in the backcourt. Now Hamlin sits down, and one of the Plouffe sisters comes in, Catherine Plouffe. She and her identical twin Michelle on the roster again for Team Canada. Catherine plays professionally in France. Francie Ochoa looking to shake her defender and couldn't. Tough shot there by Okendo. Rebound pulled out of there by Catherine. Maya Marie launches the three, and that's good. Maya Marie gives Canada a 10-2 lead, and Alberto Zabala wants timeout. It's 11-2. They only put 2 up on the board. Now they added that third point. I thought it was going to be 11-2. Big lead for Canada early here in Buenos Aires.
¿Entendido? Esto es lo que nos pasa. Al no meter, ya la defensa empieza a jugar. Hay que presionar la pelota, pero no la presionamos. Estamos tirando allá y están viniendo en ventaja, porque estamos un tiro solo y lo estamos fallando. Aquí hay que coger la pelota y el 4 no va a directo. Y en la pantalla el 2 y el 3, para que uno juegue para ir al lado. ¿Entendido? Y hay que ir al rebote, que el Franco no ha podido ir un rebote todavía. Marlene Cola luchando con el rebote. Entonces,
We're coming down with it first before we go.
And now Lisa Tomaitis.
On any of the scrape cut action, when they're coming off any of these screens, think about going over and under. This last screener, if it's a big, you are the help. If they get caught going over, then try and make a move. Show and try and score, but don't switch unless you absolutely have to. Okay? Stay with 5 out. Stay with 5 out.
Coming out of the timeout, you look at the pretty scooper right-hand layup by Naira Fields.
What Coach Tomaitis was talking about there defensively is that Cuba likes to run some action at the elbows off the screens and telling players not to switch if they don't need to.
Casanova, the pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good. And Langlois with the carry. Catherine Plouffe looks at the official and says, ooh.
Right, we didn't see that in the previous 2 games.
Of course, you could make the argument that everybody carries every dribble in the modern game.
Correct.
Now Maya Marie Langlois sits down, and Shea Colley comes on. 21-year-old that plays at Michigan State.
Nice move.
Nice follow by Francie Ochoa. Couldn't get it to go. Plouffe the rebound. Here's Nurse pushing up the left side. She's fouled. Kia Nurse is so strong and so good and so smooth. Easy to see why she was the 2015 FIBA America's MVP. The foul was on Enislati Galindo.
She hasn't had too bad of a college coach either.
Yeah. Mr. Orimio. Although you're ahead of him on one list, aren't you?
Just because of my FIBA coaching license, it goes alphabetical. That's the only reason why.
Anderson before Orimio. Puts both of you in pretty good company.
Yeah, I'll take it. There's only 207 of us in the American United States one.
And now Naira Fields called for the bump. Canada leading 13-2, 5:43 to play
They're really trying to take Casanova off the ball, putting 2 on her. She's going to find a way to get the ball every time, Craig. There's that screen action coach was talking about during the timeout, how to defend.
Fields tried to jump that pass that time. Shea Colley got her hands on it. Now Colley bumps the shooter. I believe that was Romero, and she will go to the free throw line. First foul on Colley.
Now the other tactic on putting 2 on her when it's out of bounds is to wear her down. Let her get the ball, but they're still trying to wear her down.
Well, free throws good. Cuba now with 4 to 13 for Canada. Blue setting the screen, and the right hand is good for Naira Fields.
Full court pressure.
Oh, they saw it and had it beat, but the pass from Casanova just a little bit too high.
And you only have 8 seconds to get it to advance the ball. That's also playing in their minds.
Naira Fields sits down, and Jamie Scott comes in. She's got a birthday coming up soon, does Jamie Scott. She'll be 23 years old on August 9th.
Nice pass by Colley.
Tough shot there by Marlon Cepeda.
Stutter step.
Stumble step, maybe. And an offensive foul called.
Well, initially it was a stutter step.
That's on Catherine Plouffe, her first. 4th team foul on Canada as they lead 17-6. Only 1 team foul so far on Cuba. Casanova working on Colley. Here's the drive by Booley. Rebound Canada
Nice.
up ahead to Nurse. Gets bumped, gets her shot back following the miss, and Canada resets. Now a 3 on the way. That's no good. Rebounded in there by Anislady Galindo. Romero puts up the 3. That's front iron. Colley gets the rebound, and then Plouffe comes away with it.
Plenty of time to get something here.
Back to Plouffe. She drives. Gives it up underneath.
Canada's length has given Cuba trouble inside.
Both Plouffe sisters in the game now. Identical twins. Birthdays in September. You know how you can tell them apart, Mark?
How is that, Craig?
They're wearing different numbers.
Oh. You think they've ever switched it when they were kids? Just to throw off another team?
Maybe. I think Michelle's got the cross tattoo on the back of her neck. It's another way to tell them apart.
Good bank shot.
Yeah. Michelle using the glass there. No, that was Catherine. Shot is off. Now a 3-ball on the way from Jamie Scott is
Good
no
tip.
good.
Good court awareness there by Catherine. Tipping it over to her sister.
Michelle with a tattoo on the back of her neck. Let's see if it brings her luck from the free throw line, as Canada has a 20-6 lead with 3:06 to play in this first quarter. Second free throw straight through, and it's now 21-6. Martinez into the game now. Here's Romero, high right side, trying to get past Sammy Hill. Cuba gives it up. Here comes Scott. Nice job gathering herself after Martinez ran some interference.
Craig, all 5 of the Canadians got across half court on that fast break. There was no jogging back.
As a coach, you would notice that, wouldn't you?
I'm telling you what. Oh, no communication on the help side.
Yeah. Galindo goes left-handed in, and it's 23-8. Here's Catherine Plouffe outside. Now Scott for 3. No good. Rebounded by Booley.
Good no-look pass. Nice move.
Oh, beautiful spin move by Anaslady Galindo. That gets pinballed around, and Catherine Plouffe comes up with it. Scott travels. Now Ruth Hamblin coming back in. She replaces Catherine Plouffe. Naira Fields back on, replacing Jamie Scott. I think Plouffe might be a good alternate sound for a ball going through the net instead of swish or swoosh. Does that sound just right? Plouffe.
It does. Good rebound, blocking out.
Here comes Colley. Shea Colley with a right hand and in. Looked like Shea Colley just put it in another gear. Canada leading 25-8, a minute 15 to play first quarter. Romero.
Sue Hamlin's doing a great job talking out there defensively. And that's what you want out of your big. You want, because they see everything. They need to call out those screens. They need to tell you left or right. And she was doing that the whole way down.
Now Catherine Plouffe sits down. Replaced by Miranda Aim. Stutter step by Colley, flips it up, no good. Martinez up high, moves to her right, picked up by Colley.
Cuba using a lot of curl cuts.
And miscommunication on the pass. Naira Fields! And she's going to go to the line. That foul on Cuba will be against Arlenis Romero.
With the body.
Tried to flip that in and put some English on it off the glass. Or some Canadian, as it were. The Canadians with their heritage of both French and English. I don't want to say she was just putting English on it, so let's just say she was putting some Canadian on it. 26-8. Inside of 30 seconds to play. Now pressure from Canada. Ball is tipped. And then a nice job coming from behind by Romero to steal it back. Galindo with the left hand. That was actually Galindo on the steal. Now here comes Naira Fields.
Would be unselfish.
Yeah, they're going to work the last 10 seconds here. Down to 5. Fields. Over to Aim. Short jumper is good at the horn. A clinic by Team Canada in this first quarter. They lead Cuba by the score of 28 12-8. Second quarter action in just a moment. Well, Mark, Team Canada came out from the get-go, and they've shown, so far, at least in this game, they haven't showed a lot of weaknesses.
No, they haven't, and you know they're doing it at both ends. Defensively, they're rebounding, they're talking, they're getting over screens, under screens when they need to. On offense, they're getting a direct path to the basket. So if I'm Cuba, I got to solve that without giving up, without fouling, but we got to get them out of their comfort zone and try to get back into this game by scoring. You know, they're trying to take out our point guard, Casanova. If I'm thinking Cuba, I got to get somebody into the middle here where I can throw the ball into the middle, turn and go, try to get a couple layups out of this.
Cuba 3 of 14 from two-point range for 21%. Canada 10 of 13 for 76%. Canada 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Imagine if they'd hit a couple more of those. The lead would be even bigger.
Right. And Cuba's only gotten to the free throw line twice, while Canada's gotten there 8 times.
Canada out-rebounding Cuba in that first quarter 15-6. Nobody on Cuba has more than 2 points. Casanova, Galindo, Romero, and Cepeda each have 2. Canada led after 1 quarter by Naira Fields with 5. Kia Nurse has 4. Catherine Plouffe and Michelle Plouffe with 3 rebounds apiece in that first quarter.
And 3 points apiece.
Cuba to start off possession of the second quarter. Okendo getting it into Ochoa. Now Casanova between the rings. Left side to Okendo. Okendo.
Down screen for up the middle.
Working on Carlton. Now the drive by Galindo. High off the glass and in. Tough shot by Ennis Lady Galindo.
Going right and shooting it with the left.
Bridget Carlton into the game now for Team Canada. She plays at Iowa State University.
Cyclones.
Naira Fields for 3. You can tell that. Oh, she banked it. I don't think she called it, though.
I did not hear it.
Counts all the same. The lead is now 21, 31-10. She shot that, and I thought, my goodness, she's going to miss that badly.
Right. At that angle.
Yeah. We had it right on the angle from where we're sitting. And now the foul on Carlton. You look up and down this Canadian roster, and these folks play some big-time basketball.
Yeah, it's a good mixture of pros and college and the experience level. For international play ranges from 4 years up to 11 or 12 years playing international at different levels, but still international.
That's too easy for Ruth Hamblin. Hamblin plays pro in Australia, Catherine Plouffe in France, Sheikh Holly at Michigan State, Jamie Scott plays in Spain, Naira Fields in Hungary, Miranda Aim in France, Bridget Carlton plays at Iowa State, Kia Nurse, of course, at UConn, and Maya Marie Langlois plays in Russia. So there's not going to be too much that these ladies haven't seen.
Correct.
That foul is going to be on Bridget Carlton. That'll be her second. And Okendo is at the free throw line. Her left-handed free throw is no good. Second free throw straight through. And it's 33-11.
You got to try to do something as Cuba, and they went with a little pressure and got a turnover. Needed to score that.
Boy, how does that shot from Galindo not go in? Hamlin with another block. Cuba retains possession. Casanova, 5 to shoot. Now Akendo pops from the free throw line, no good. Hamlin, the rebound. Langlois stops at the free throw line. Carlton wanted to pass it in the corner, nobody was there.
Well, you know, coach wanted 5 out. There should have been somebody there. Balance the floor with it.
Hamlin working on Cepeda, off the glass again, and that's too easy. How do you stop a big like that, Mark?
Well, there's a, well, we're not. I don't think we're going to see anybody match up with her size-wise. It's just you got to mix up how you're going to do it. Are you going to front her? Are you going to play her on the low side to take away that left hand?
That time Hamlin defended by the rim as she hits the rim on the way up.
But, you know, we saw him front her right away, and it was a beautiful pass that was thrown in there by Fields early on. Or was it Langlois? It was Langlois that threw that.
Well, and she's so big that even if you front her, you just throw the pass up really high and over the defender.
True.
3 on the way, no good. Hamlin tries tipping it to herself, could not corral it. Here comes Casanova. Now Cepeda, now left side. Here comes Galindo. Ochoa from inside the paint, no good. Hamlin another rebound.
Created space there. Nice footwork on it, just has to finish it.
Langlois to Ayeem, now to Fields. Fields drives baseline, the pretty right-hand lay-in.
No communication there from the Cuban defenders.
37-11 in favor of Team Canada. This Group B contest, one Group B game already in the books. Puerto Rico defeated Mexico. Canada and Puerto Rico will tangle tomorrow night. Ochoa has her pass intercepted by Langlois. She's got one to beat and loses the dribble.
5-on-4.
3 on the way is short by Okendo. There's a look at the pretty little, oh, she went with the right hand on that. Lyra Fields. Timeout taken by Cuba. 5:40 to play, second quarter. Canada leads 37-11.
Estamos tirando al aro como uno desesperado, caballero. Están tirando como quiera al aro, se han impresionado. Ahora pregunto yo, si voy a tirar más de al aro, no voy para arriba del aro, freno y tiro. Porque yo digo, si yo voy a chocar, no sigo por ese camino, cojo otro camino para no chocar. Si yo voy a tirar bien debajo del aro, sigo para arriba del aro. Pero si voy a tirar eso, no voy para arriba del aro, freno y tiro. Ready. Damos tu aporte, mi hermana. Damos tu aporte aquí, mi hermana. Están tirando al aro como quiera, sin ningún tipo de característica, sin ningún tipo de confianza. Necesitamos que tu aporte, igual que Frank, han penetrado muy bien. No te ha caído, pero siguen subiendo. ¿Ok? No se puede mirar nada porque las cosas no le sacan bien. Lo que tienen que tener confianza en lo que han hecho. No, la defensa no preocupa. La defensa no preocupa por lo que viene en balance, porque tiramos mal y fallamos. Entonces,
Well, if we have it, the high-low, beautiful pass in the high-low. I think a number of people have looked inside, so great job there. Okay, keep working. A great job blocking, protecting the rim room. Okay, keep defensive goals. It happens at this end.
Had a chance to listen into both huddles there, and no doubt, Lisa Tomaitis pretty pleased with how her team's looking right now.
Right, and one of the advantages you have in a situation like this is that you can really play a lot minutes from your bench, and that's what she's doing right now with wholesale changes in there. Cuba, on the other hand, Coach Zabala he keeps coaching. You have to, right? You can't you can't sit down on them, if you will, just because of the score right now. You have to stay after them, keep them engaged, and go from there. Make a run. You got to get a run going.
Just had a look at that bank three-point shot. That was not called. 24 points in the paint for Canada to just 6 for Cuba. Some pressure now from Cuba. Catherine Plouffe over to Shea Colley. Out of Michelle, back into Catherine. Quick spin off the glass. It won't fall in.
Good patience offensively.
Casanova getting it to Okendo. Okendo pops from the right side, misses that one badly, but a nice rebound underneath by Booley. And somebody from Canada had the ball but stepped on the baseline. Casanova left side. Shot clock at 10. On the drive now, puts it up over Colley, right, beg your pardon. Shot blocked from behind by Laura Daly. And Laura Daly picks up the foul. She had the initial block, but then went for the second one and committed the foul from behind as we get a look at Alberto Zabala. Free throw rattles around and out.
Got to score when the clock's not ticking.
Misses them both. Catherine Plouffe fighting for the rebound, getting it to her teammate. There's Daly. Catherine to Kia Nurse. Just accelerates, goes off the glass and in.
I'm not sure she'll need ball screens.
No, she has such good body control, too.
Right, you can see it on that drive. The way she adjusted to the contact and still scored.
Okendo left side to Romero, trying to shake Daly. Michelle pops out. Now Romero puts up the jumper, no good. Rebound back tapped, but taken by
nice
Cuba.
Pass.
Casanova gets it inside to Booley. And Cuba now trails 39-15 as Nurse misses. Casanova jets ahead, gets it ahead to Booley. Booley's shot comes up short, gets their own rebound. And now Cuba resets. 7 on the shot clock. Casanova can't dawdle too much. Now she sees it, puts it up. Had a pretty good look after all. Catherine Plouffe the rebound. Pretty pass into the corner. Daly shot no good. Foul on the rebound. That's going to be against Cuba. That is Enai Garcia. I saw him signal 10. He did signal 10, but I don't see 10 on the floor.
Oh, she's out there.
Oh, there she is, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what a move by Colley. Maybe I should reconsider these contact lenses. Romero between the rings. Out of Casanova. 7 to shoot. Casanova a little stutter step, and now the baseline drive. Left-hand floater won't go from Galindo, and here comes Canada running again. Into the corner, Daly.
Nice cross-court pass.
Yeah, Jamie Scott scores. Makes it 43-15. Coming up on 2.5 minutes to play in this second quarter. Romero. Guarded by Daly. Now around the screen by Garcia. Shot off the glass won't go. She goes down and goes down hard into those video boards. Beyond that 6-foot barrier. A border, I should say. There's the pretty ball movement from Team Canada and the finish by Jamie Scott. Free throw, no good.
Again, you got to put these points on the board when you have the chance, especially against Team Canada.
Fans starting to filter in for the final game of the night. Starting at 9:05 local time, Virgin Islands, the Central Basket champs. They take on host nation Argentina. Home team usually has the honor of playing the final game of the night, every night, to ensure that the local folks get a chance to come out and see. Ruth Hamblin just powers her way up with her left hand and in off the glass.
Got the ball into the middle. That's where you need it. Against the pressure.
Hamlin's got 10 already. Catherine with another rebound. Beg your pardon, that was Michelle. Those darn ploufs. Now Sammy Hill inside to Hamblin, back out to Hill.
Thought you could tell the difference, Craig.
Wow, strong work under the bucket there by Michelle Plouffe. And Canada has opened up a 31-point lead with 1:25 to play in this first half. Galindo out to Romero. She launches the three, misses right, and another rebound by Hamblin. Colley has the ball taken away as she goes up, and now Galindo fouled on the drive. That's going to be against Sammy Hill. As we look at Team Argentina, there's Melissa Greder in the front on the right, waving that blue credential around. One of the absolute finest point guards I've ever seen, man or woman. Lindo cuts it to 29 with 1:04 to play in this second quarter.
Cuba's got to end the half on some positives here, get a couple baskets here going into the half.
Bridget Carlton back in for Canada now as Cuba applies some pressure. Hamblin to Hill. Now Scott in the corner. 8 to shoot. Scott spinning, shooting, off the glass and in. Pretty shot there by Jamie Scott.
Say she stepped over the line.
Yeah, on
the inbounds.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. So Canada to inbound under its own basket. Hamblin out to Carlton, now Hill. Hamblin up off the glass again on the left side. Can't get that one to fall in. And then has the rebound snatched away by Francie Ochoa. 30 seconds to play in this first half. Canada on top, 49-18. And an offensive foul called against Galindo. In a rematch of the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship. Canada and Cuba. Canada won that game handily. And they are ahead in this one handily.
When you have someone like Hamblin sitting back there, I know she didn't take the charge, but you can also be a little bit more active out in front on defense. And if you miss, you know you've got her back there protecting the basket.
Carlton for three. Hamblin the rebound. Shot clock is off, game clock down to 1.5. And Hamblin's going to go to the free throw line. I believe they're going to get Thompson on the foul. Beg your pardon, it's going to be on Dyrus Tornell. Hamblin's left-hand free throw, a little short. Ruth Hamblin just turned 23 years old in June. Plays professionally in Australia, hitting the second free throw. And the long Hail Mary from Cuba as the second quarter comes to an end no good as we look at Team Paraguay as they play Cuba in the first game tomorrow, doing a little advanced scouting. But the score at halftime is Canada 50 and Cuba 18. Impressive performance so far by Team Canada, Mark, and Cuba's got to come up with something in that locker room.
Well, again, it's one of these situations where you keep coaching your team, you keep accentuating the positives.
As we look at the halftime stats, Cuba just 16% from the floor, or from two-point range, I should say. 5 of 36 overall. Canada, an unbelievable 73% from two-point range. Just 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. Canada leading in rebounds, 26-20, 9 assists for Canada, just 1 for Cuba. Fouls 10-7, Canada with 3 more.
Rebounding, even though it looks close, it's just because Canada's hit so many shots inside, they haven't needed to rebound.
And Cuba's caught a lot of their own shots. They've got 10 offensive rebounds.
Right.
As you said, Canada hasn't missed much, so they've only got 5 offensive rebounds.
Right. And Cuba,
turnovers pretty close, 12-9.
Surprisingly, Canada only has 1 block. It seems like it's been more than that.
Yeah, it sure does. Remember Hamblin getting her hand on 1 and Plouffe getting her hand on 1. Canada outscoring Cuba in that second quarter 22-10. As we run down the individual numbers, as we look at the highlights for Cuba, Francie Ochoa with 2 points. Anislaidi Galindo has 6. Arlenis Romero with 3. Marlon Cepeda with 2. Unieski Bully with 2. And Ladis Okendo with 3. Okendo with 5 rebounds, Bully with 4, and Ochoa with 4 for Cuba. For Canada, 2 players in double figures, Ruth Hamblin with 11 and Naira Fields with 10. Jamie Scott had 6, Kia Nurse had 6. Michelle Plouffe had 5. Catherine Plouffe had 3, Shea Colley 4. Maya Marie Langlois with 3, and Miranda Aim had 2. Ruth Hamblin, 7 first-half rebounds. Catherine Plouffe with 5. Michelle Plouffe with 4, and Maya Marie Langlois with 4 rebounds. Colley with 2 assists. Langlois with 2 assists. Shea Colley with a pair of steals in that first half. There's that bank 3-pointer there by Naira Fields. And the pretty right-hand drive from the left-hand side. Now Kia Nurse showing good body control. The finish there by Bully. Nice cross-court pass and the close there by Jamie Scott. And Scott with a spin move. Langlois to Hamblin. Hamblin up with the left hand. One of those easy buckets from in close. 2 of her 11 points. As as Marlon Cepeda scores over Plouffe. And there's Michelle with the kiss off the glass. Here comes Jamie Scott. And Lisa Tomaitis. Happy with her team's performance in this first half. They lead 50-18. As once again, the bank was opened for Naira Fields. And that look by Alberto Zabala says it all.
I know that look.
50-18 in favor of Team Canada over Cuba. Second half action when we return.
cansó de esperarlo, se va. A ver, ahí está, espera. Volveme al muchacho ahí arriba. Nos ponemos románticos. Se viene la que cambia. Pero tenemos que buscar una señorita. Justo, mira, justo entró. No. Entró la pareja justo con la... ¡Ponele! Ahí va. No, ¿cómo que no? ¿Cómo? No, dale. Y sí, justo entraste. Perdón. Era otra la pareja, no, está bien. gente. Ahí va. Otra pareja ahí. Ah, no. Más abajo, ahí está, mirá. Ahí va, la tocan a la señora, ahí. Señorita, vamos, el de amarillo me parece que se tiene que hacer cargo. Vamos, señor, dése vuelta. Se tapa. Tiene que ir a besar a la señorita ahí arriba. Ahí está. Eso, bien, ahí. Las chicas de la selección crearon una canción, ¿no? Para apoyarla. Sí, yo la vi mañana, la vamos a traer, la estoy, y sí, me falló ahí. Allá arriba, allá, señor cámara, allá. A ver si tira, vamos a ver si llega la cámara, ¿eh? Vamos a ver si llega. Allá, la otra popular, directamente, a ver, no llegamos, no podemos ver. No importa. Que se asome la pareja, que se asome. Asomate ahí, asomate y salí. Ahí está, eso. Ahí, toma, pierna, pará. Eso, bien ahí. Ahí va. Eso es, el entretenimiento. En este tiempo se viene el partido de Argentina. Cambiame ahora el ritmo. Sacame el romántico, me pongo ahí. Se viene el segundo tiempo de este partido entre Canadá. 50-18 para Cuba. Ya se viene Argentina. Y ya ven que es 10 minutos nada más. A ver si... Ahí están las chicas. Bien ahí arriba. Salud. Despliega la bandera argentina. Se viene el partido, se viene la selección buscando un lugar en el Mundial 2018. Estamos superando el partido. Gente de toda América está viendo el partido en directo. AmeriCup femenina. Buenos Aires, Argentina 2017.
Welcome back once again to Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires, Argentina for Day one of the 2017 FIBA AmeriCup for women. Alongside Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Fada. Game 3 of the day. This one between Cuba and Canada. Canada leading 50-18 coming out of halftime. 2 games already in the books. Brazil took down Venezuela 71-63 in a rematch of the 2016 South American Championship. And Puerto Rico pounded Mexico 69-49 in the second game. Coming up at 9:05 local time, it's Virgin Islands, the 2017 Centro Basket champs. They take on the host nation, Argentina.
A couple of glaring things here. Cuba has shot 2 more free throws, made 2 more. They both have shot 36 field goals, but Cuba's only made 5. And Canada's plus 28 in the paint.
Same 5 starters for Canada. First half starters, I should say. Romero starting the second half, along with Unieski Bulli for Cuba. That 3 no good by Naira Fields. Ochoa starting the second half on the bench.
Good backdoor.
Along with Galindo.
Nice.
Good defense there by Canada. How that ball stayed in bounds, I don't know. Kia Nurse bringing it up right side. Calling for Hamblin. Hamblin back to Nurse on the cut. Nurse kicks it out to Langlois for 3. That's no good.
Nurse recognized the mismatch Hamblin had, wanted her to get down on the block.
Now Casanova. To Okendo. Guarded by Nurse. Bulli swings it left side to Romero. She loses it, and Hamblin finds it. Langlois over to Miranda Aim. Inside now to Hamblin. Off the glass with the left hand, no good. Hamblin chases down the rebound in the corner, but Naira Fields beats her to it. Nurse spinning. And they're going to say Kia Nurse traveled.
That's a post move out of a guard. I like that up and under. I
thought the same thing. Can we see that again? I thought the exact same thing.
I'd like to see that replay.
Up and under, spin off the left foot.
And the
unless she dragged that pivot foot. Good ball movement by Cuba on the outside, but the 3-pointer no good.
Cuba's yet to hit a 3-pointer.
I think they knocked the plug out of that video board when that ball went over at that end of the court there.
Oh, yeah.
Langlois to bring it up. Guarded by Casanova. Now on the handoff to Fields. Fields around Hamblin. A little 2-man game. Casanova just about had it stolen away. Aim inside to Hamblin with a left hand. Nice ball movement by Canada, reading what the defense gave them. And it's 52-18. Well, those were the first 2 points of this second half.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
Almost 2 minutes gone.
15 seconds into it. Casanova, 5 to shoot. Long 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Hamblin taps it to herself. A little Dennis Rodman action. Maya Marie over to Miranda Aim. Long jumper straight through for Miranda. (54-18) now.
Still keeping up the full court with Langlois guarding Romero.
Langlois lost her footing. Now here comes Naira Fields. She gets fouled by Romero. And she slips on that decal on center court. They make those to be non-skid, but it's just not quite the same as
Right.
a varnished wood floor, you just don't get quite the same grip. I mean, you get good enough if you're just running, but if you try to cut too hard, your foot may go out from under you. Free throw for Fields rattles out.
We've seen several players today slip and slide on the floor, though it's not humid in here.
No, it's really not. Of course, it's winter down here in Argentina and South America. For all of our friends in North America enjoying summer, Romero's 3 short. We got down here and we had to wear jackets and jeans last night.
It was still comfortable.
Yeah, it was comfortable.
60s, low 60s.
It's not like winter in Chicago or Cleveland or Buffalo or
Right.
Hamilton, where you coach in Canada.
Actually had a mild winter up there in Hamilton, according to the people that live there.
Langlois, the pretty move. Hits the rim on the way up with the layup, though. Now
Good drive.
Romero, she gets fouled. It was a mild winter in lots of places in the U.S. That foul for Canada.
I liked what Cuba did there with Romero driving rather than settling for the jump shot. Keep trying to do things that you've worked on to get you here. Don't settle for a jump shot just because the score is what it is right now.
Free throw good for Cuba. They have not been sharp from the free throw line in this game. Romero now with 4 points. Langlois to Nurse, back to Langlois, now back to Kia Nurse for 3. A little short, rebound, tracked down by Scott. Langlois gets it back, dished out to Nurse, thought about the 3, pulls up instead. Another miss, but another rebound. Yeah, she didn't look comfortable on that shot at all. Now a 3 from Langlois,
extension.
No good. Rebound, Catherine Plouffe just about had it, but instead, Ana Garcia comes out of there. Martinez, guarded by Langlois. 8 to shoot. Over to Ochoa, driving on Catherine Plouffe.
Strong drive. Good hustle.
And it goes out of bounds off of Francie Ochoa, and that'll be Canada ball.
Good hustle by Garcia to get that loose ball.
There you saw Lisa Tomaitis. She's making some substitutions now as Shea Colley comes back in along with Sammy Hill and Michelle Plouffe. And this lady Galindo comes in for Cuba. And coming in for the first time, Elianis Armentero for Cuba. Scott, right side over to Colley. Now back to Scott. Open jumper from the left wing. That's good. Pretty stroke there from Jamie Scott. And it's a 36-point lead for Canada.
This Canadian team can shoot. Good form.
Catherine Plouffe bumps Galindo on the drive, bumps her out of bounds. 5 minutes exactly remaining in this third quarter. Plouffe challenges the inbound pass, and Ochoa can't handle it. And it'll be Canada ball. Colley bringing it up. Guarded by Martinez, now to Hill between the rings. Hill
One is their set of stagger screen.
Michelle inside to Catherine. Catherine the reverse, a little too strong. And now a foul called on Jamie Scott.
That reverse layup is what we call the Mikan drill. You do those on either side and reverse it.
Catch and shoot three, as there was only 2 seconds when they inbounded it. Jamie Scott missed, and that'll be Cuba ball. The Mikan drill, of course, named for Fred Mikan,
George Mikan.
George's brother.
Yeah. Minneapolis Lakers.
Martinez. Her long jumper no good. And Garcia called for the foul on the rebound. Nana Garcia did not like that. She did not have position, went over the back, looked to be clean. But the official, of course, much closer than we were. She certainly didn't think she committed any foul.
No.
Now Michelle handing it off to Sammy Hill. She loses the dribble. 10 to shoot. Sammy Hill on the drive. Armentero stayed with her. No help came over, and Hill missed anyway.
There you go. Good action by the Cuban team.
Nice find underneath.
Got to get back, though.
Oh, and a pretty finish by Sammy Hill, pirouetting as she put it in. 58-22. Martinez trying the left side, gets it to Ochoa, driving on Catherine Plouffe. And Catherine gets called for the foul. That'll be her second. Ochoa has her first free throw come up short.
Seems to be loudest when it hits the front of the rim. In the lane early.
Reminiscent of the old Chicago Stadium. Something caught front iron in there. Sound like somebody going off a diving board. Sammy Hill right side to Scott now between the rings. Left side to Colley for three. Shea Colley can't connect, and the rebound pulled out of there by Francie Ochoa. Coming up on 3 minutes to play third quarter. Nice defense there by Shea Colley.
Oh, nice unselfish play.
Oh, but Michelle Plouffe can't finish.
Utilization of 2 bounce passes in that series.
That makes the old coach in you happy.
Yes, it does.
Hill over into the corner, back to Colley. Out of Plouffe to back to Colley. Now Michelle on the drive, lowers the shoulder and an offensive foul on Michelle Plouffe. Good call there, as you clearly saw, at least from our angle.
Right, could either been that or travel.
Canada a little stagnant right now.
Yeah, they've only scored 8 this quarter.
Well, fortunately for them, Cuba's only scored 4.
4, yeah. Good spin move.
Oh, pretty move, drive and move, you're right, but just couldn't finish, and here comes Canada running. 4 on 3, 3 on the way from Scott. No good. Over the back of the rim, and that's over the back of the backboard, I should say.
Still keeping on the full court, making them work.
Pretty spin move there by Martinez to get out of some trouble. Oh, a little ball fake action. And then the pass tipped by Armentero.
Got to talk.
Scott off the glass and in with the right hand. Nice recognition by Canada. Galindo trying to get something set up. There's Armentaro around the screen by Ochoa. Throws it up and hits the rim. And here comes Canada again, ahead to Kali. The pass a little too high, off her fingertips and out of bounds. It'll be Cuba ball. Minute 32 to play, third quarter. Canada up 60-22.
I almost think she was expecting it to be tipped the way she pulled her hand back and then went back up for it.
Carlton back in for Canada, as is Naira Fields. Galindo loses a handle, gets it back. And a foul called against Canada. I think that's going to be Carlton. It is. And that's the 15th foul on Canada, so Galindo will go to the line. Galindo hits the free throw.
Well, they're at 65%, 66% from the free throw line, but only 12% overall in the field.
Naira Fields inside to Catherine Plouffe. Beautiful find. And that'll be Canada ball. I have to get the story on these Cuba jerseys. We had Armentaro in there wearing number 9. You can see she's got a kind of a replacement number. Underneath that number, you can see it was number 7. Well, you look at Martinez, she's got a replacement number stuck to her jersey, and that says number 7, as Bridget Carlton steps on the sideline before she makes her drive, and her number was 9. So I'm not sure, and their names are on the backs of their jerseys.
Right.
So I'm not sure if why they needed to switch numbers. Just kind of strange.
Yes, interesting.
24 seconds to play in the quarter. Edith Thompson misses the free throw line jumper. Shot clock is off. Game clock now at 15. Canada with a 62-24 lead. Canada holding for the last shot. Naira Fields working on Martinez. She drives, pulls up, and hits off the glass.
She put up her fist, so that was the clear-out play.
Third quarter comes to an end. Canada remains on top by 40. The score 64-24. Coach Mark Anderson, Cuba held Canada to just 14 points that quarter. However, they only scored 6 themselves.
They only scored 6. Their goal this quarter should be to try to win the fourth quarter. Get some positives out of here.
The second quarter in this game in which Cuba only scored single digits.
And they were getting good looks, they just weren't finishing it. You know, again, that could be part of it because of Canada's length inside, thinking that everything's going to be contested, but I liked how the fact that Cuba still kept attacking rather than, they really didn't settle for too many jump shots in that third quarter, which was good.
Cuba shooting just 14% from two-point range, 6 of 41, 0 of 8 from the three-point range. Canada has cooled off a little bit. They're down to 66% from two-point range and just 11%, 2 of 17 from 3. Enislady Galindo leading Cuba with 8 points. Unieski Bully with 6 rebounds. Francie Ochoa and Ladies Oquendo each with 5. Ana Garcia also has 5 boards. For Canada, 3 players in double digits. Ruth Hamblin with 13, Nyra Fields 12, Jamie Scott with 10. Hamblin with 9 rebounds. Maya Marie Langlois with 5. Shea Colley leading Canada with 4 assists.
Coach Tomaitis has been able to play 10 players with 11 or more minutes.
It's got to be a pretty nice luxury.
Yes.
Keep the wear and tear off of especially your bigs. Unless it gets close, we may not see Ruth Hamblin again. Now the baseline drive by Ochoa won't go in, but she draws the foul. That's going to be on Bridget Carlton, and that'll be her 3rd. Carlton and Michelle Plouffe each with 3 fouls. As Ochoa misses the first free throw. Ennis Lady Galindo has 3 fouls for Cuba as the second free throw by Ochoa goes in. Now some pressure by Cuba. Broken rather easily by Canada. Carlton, right side to Daly, now to Plouffe. Catherine turns around, misses the jump shot. And Cuba looking like they're moving with a little more urgency. And now the pull-up at the left elbow. Pretty shot by Ennis Lady Galindo. And
she came untied.
Romero does a quick lace-up. Miranda Aim into the game now.
Gonna drag over and set that screen.
Langlois to her left, gets it to Plouffe.
Gotta talk to her.
Catherine has it poked away. Here comes Galindo driving on Daly. And they're gonna get Daly on the foul. Didn't see a lot of contact there, but I guess just enough while she was running on the layup to force the miss. So Daly assessed her second foul as Galindo connects on the first free throw. Don't forget, coming up at 9:05, it's the 2017 Centro Basket champions, Virgin Islands, won on their home court in St. Thomas in June. They will be taking on host nation Argentina. Langlois over to Aim. Now to Fields on the drive. Out of bounds, and that'll be Cuba ball.
Good defensive stop there.
Cuba on a 5-0 run to start off this fourth quarter.
That's what you wanted to see.
Kick out to Romero, 3 on the way. Will it fall in? It will not. Marie Langlois the rebound. Oh, pretty behind the back dribble there. Now the pull-up jumper is no good for Miranda Aim. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Cuba. FIBA America's Director of Competitions, Javier Otero, with the quick hands. If he didn't have it, I'm sure you would have grabbed it.
I would have done my best to save you, Craig.
Oh, the pretty floater along the baseline hits the side of the backboard, but Francie Ochoa stays with it.
I liked Ochoa's effort on that. Casanova's still playing hard. Got to call out that screen.
7-0 run for Cuba to start this fourth quarter. Langlois to Aim. Over to Daly. Back to Aim. Baseline jumper, no good. Rolls off the top. Rebound tipped by Hamblin. Did not see her sneak into the game. And for a person of that size, I don't know how she snuck in without me seeing her.
Right. I'm surprised that she's really back in this early.
Well, Cuba with a 7-0 run to start this fourth quarter. May as well put her in while she's still somewhat warm. And try to stem this tide. And put Cuba away for good. Hamblin at the right elbow, giving it up to Fields. Now around the screen, Naira drives. In traffic, draws the foul. Cannot connect with the right hand, but she'll be going to the line. That foul is going to be on Arlenis Romero. Tough screen there.
Right.
Wow.
And I couldn't see if Ochoa was calling it out. But you can't let your point guard get blindsided.
And Marlon Cepeda either had something in her eye or she was adjusting a contact lens. Or maybe both. Naira Fields to the free throw line. She's got 12, make it 13. 7 minutes exactly to play in this fourth quarter. Fields connects on the second. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, Cuba opens play for the day, taking on Paraguay at 1:35. As Naira Fields misses the layup. I think she was anticipating a little more contact from Casanova. Romero launches the three, no good. Rebound by Langlois. Spins out of trouble, and it's 2-on-1. Fields up off the glass in that time, gets it to go. Then tomorrow night, with Argentina having the off night, it'll be Canada in the nightcap, taking on Puerto Rico, who had a big win earlier today against Mexico.
Should be an interesting game.
Should be a very interesting game. Puerto Rico has some size to match up with Canada. Got some pretty good athletes too. Shot clock winding down, and Casanova got a pretty good look at it. Langlois left side to Naira Fields. Hamblin on the block. She gives it up to Aim. Now a three on the way from Daly, and that's good! Laura Daly connects from downtown. And the lead back to 40, 71-31. 5:36 to play in the game. Romero launches the three over Daly, no good. Skitters off the left side. Miranda Aim tracks down the rebound.
Still looking for that first make from beyond the arc.
Hamblin takes it herself. Lost the handle, gives it up to Fields. 5 to shoot. Naira Fields drives, goes glass, no. Gets her own rebound, and it circles in. Good follow by Naira Fields. Did not see the foul there, but evidently it was on Naira Fields. She sits down along with Maya Marie Langlois and Laura Daly. Ochoa sits down for Cuba along with Marlon Cepeda. Shea Colley back on for Canada, as is Kia Nurse. Pretty left-hand drive there by Casanova. Playing on her home court. 28-year-old plays for Obras. We are in Estadio Obras Sanitarias here in beautiful Buenos Aires. Casanova leading the 2-on-1,
nice
gives
pass.
It up, beautiful pass, but a little too strong on the layup for Leidis Oquendo. Colley for three. Boy, her right foot looked like it was on the line.
Right, and she even looked down before she shot it.
And again, the layup missed by Cuba. That was Galindo that time.
Still got to run back, even though.
Talking about the beauty of Buenos Aires. Look at the logo on the floor. The big center court, you can't quite see it in your picture now, as Hamblin scores with the left hand. There you get a look at that giant logo on the floor. I wonder if that symbol in the middle is the obelisk that is not far from our hotel. Buenos Aires.
It is.
One of the things that it's known for is the giant obelisk on Avenida 9 de Julio, where our hotel is. Now Kia Nurse pops for three, and that won't go. Some wonderful landmarks here in Buenos Aires. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see some of them on our off day. Got the obelisk just down the street from us. Got the Casa Rosado. Got the Puente de las Mujeres, which is not far from us as well. There's a bookstore that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head.
That looks
a couple of miles from our, you know what I'm talking about.
The old opera house.
Yeah, built in an old opera house. Just amazing, the pictures.
Yeah, the pictures were stunning in there.
Try not to throw me off the balcony, would you? Can we go there?
Well, you have your own balcony.
Nice feed inside to Hamblin in traffic, and oh no, they said she traveled.
But you know, she never brings the ball down below her shoulders.
That's what you want to see out of a big. Yep.
Always keeps it up there.
That's good. Good coaching and good discipline.
It is, because it's very easy to always drop it where the smaller player is going to get a hand on it.
For some reason, a lot of those bigs, they always want to bring it down and take a dribble. And
right.
That's when the mice run in and snatch the cheese. Iris Tornell driving, losing it, goes out of bounds, and I thought that went off of Unieski Buli. It's going to remain Cuba ball, and official Andrea Silva making sure that Cuba knows they only have 2 on the shot clock. Hamblin and Nurse come out. Catherine Plouffe comes in, along with Bridget Carlton.
Be a quick catch and shoot.
Would have counted had it gone. It would have been a deuce. Now up ahead to Catherine Plouffe off the glass with the right hand.
Rewarding.
Beautiful. Yeah,
rewarding the big.
Beautiful lead pass there.
And that's the thing. You keep doing that, they'll keep running the floor.
77-33. Now Martinez on the drive left side. High off the glass and in. Pretty drive by Liz Davy Martinez. Her first 2 points. Minute 40 to play in this contest. Holly, right side. Carlton launches the 3. That's short. Carlton gets her own rebound, and Canada resets with a fresh 14. Holly on the drive with a right hand. Pretty scoop by Shea Holly. The Michigan State product has 6 points in this game.
Gets past that initial wave of defense. She's got a layup.
I guess I can't quite call her a product. She's still there.
Right.
Martinez doing work to get a shot up. Yeah, Cuba did not realize the shot clock did not reset, and they are guilty of the shot clock violation. And for those of you wondering what the temperature's like here in Buenos Aires, there's a door open at either end of this arena, and we can feel that it's quite chilly.
I noticed that breeze a couple minutes ago.
Gonna have to put our suit coats back on. Ten to shoot. Tornell kicks it out to Akendo, launches the long 3, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Bridget Carlton. 25 seconds to play now. Canada leading 79-35. Shot clock at 17. About a 4-second difference.
As soon as Cuba walks off the court, they have to forget this game and look towards the next one. This one, you're not going to take much from it.
8 seconds to play. 1 on the shot clock. That's going to go. I once saw Team Cuba play in China against an American minor league team, and after the game, the Cuban head coach was not pleased with his team's effort. He made him run laps on the court after the game.
Is that right?
This one goes final. Canada with a big opening win over 2015 silver medalist Cuba, 81-35. Once again, the final score, Team Canada taking out Cuba 81-35. And a very strong start to the tournament for Lisa Tomaitis and Team Canada. There you get a look at Miranda Aim and Team Cuba as they come off the court. Canada shooting 62% from 2-point range. Cuba just 18% from 2, and they were 0 of 12 from beyond the arc. Canada shot poorly from 3-point range, but when you shoot 62 from inside the arc, your 3-point percentage isn't going to matter much.
No, and since Cuba didn't hit a 3, it really offset it, so it really didn't matter for Canada in that respect.
Canada out-rebounds Cuba to the tune of 54-40, 18 assists for Canada, just 2 for Cuba. Cuba with 21 turnovers, Canada with 18.
You know, looking at the stats, again, for Canada, they had the luxury of playing everybody at least 8 minutes. No one got less than 8 minutes. That's impressive. So in a game like this, to be able to get that many minutes out of all your players, that's helpful.
As we look at the game leaders there, run down the individual numbers. For Cuba, Francie Ochoa had 5 points and 7 rebounds. And Aidis Casanova had 4 points and 3 boards. And this lady Galindo, 12 points and 4 steals. This Davy Martinez with 2 points. Arlenis Romero had 5. Armentero played but did not score. And I Garcia played but did not score. She did have 6 rebounds though. Marlon Cepeda, 2 points. Unieski Bully, 2 points and 7 rebounds. Edith Thompson played but did not score. Ladis Okendo, 3 points and 7 rebounds. And Dyrus Tornell played but did not score. For Team Canada, pretty full stat sheet here. Maya Marie Langlois, 3 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Kia Nurse in just 15 minutes of action, 6 points. Laura Daly, 3 points. Sammy Hill, 2 points. Bridget Carlton played but did not score. She contributed a pair of rebounds. Miranda Aim, 4 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. Naira Fields, 18 points, 5 rebounds. Jamie Scott, 12 points. Shea Colley had 6 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Catherine Plouffe with 7 points and 6 rebounds. Michelle Plouffe, 5 points and 6 rebounds. And Ruth Hamlin had 15 points and 10 boards. So again, Canada really did it all in that opening game. The only thing they did not do well was shoot the ball from 3-point range.
Which again, as well as they shot from inside the arc, they didn't need to. Great, you know, again, Kia Nurse only had 6 points, but she didn't need to do a lot with the way that the game was going. Cuba, on the other hand, they turn around, they play at 1:30 tomorrow. So they've got to go, and like I said, forget this game right now and start looking towards the game with Paraguay and go from there. Canada's going to be tough throughout this. They're going to be a hard team to prep for because they can do so many good things, and they can play the whole length of the court.
Once again, the final score, 81-35, Canada defeats Cuba. It's our third game of the day. Mexico lost to Puerto Rico 69-49. And in the opener, it was Brazil over Venezuela 71-63. One more game coming up at 9:05 local time. That's 8:05 Eastern time in the U.S. It's the Virgin Islands, the 2017 Centro Basket champions, taking on host nation Argentina. 4 big games coming up tomorrow, as you mentioned, Cuba and Paraguay at 1:35. Venezuela looks to rebound as they take on Virgin Islands at 4:05. Then we'll get our first look at Colombia. They take on Brazil at 6:35, and then Canada with Argentina having the night off. Canada will take on Puerto Rico in the nightcap at 9:05. From Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires, for my partner Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Feta saying so long for now. We're back in just a little bit with Virgin Islands and Argentina. Thanks for watching, everybody.